So today I'm going to show you 3 general use cases of how to use the voice AI in your business or your client's business. And these 3 use cases are going to be the most common ways that people are actually using this voice AI, and they're just additional add-ons that most people don't actually utilize or don't know how to utilize, right? And you're probably wondering, who is this random guy? So my name is John Joshin, and I've worked with over 50 different companies in a multitude of different industries, ranging from real estate to franchise consultants and many more industries. So let's jump right into this.
So we're going to need the make automation. So if we scooch over to make, we're going to create a new workflow. And this first one is going to be sending a text message during a phone conversation. So we're going to use a webhook, custom webhook. We're going to add a new one. So we're going to call it video send SMS during call. So we're going to copy that address. We're going to pull that into Vapi. So if I just paste it right here, save, then next. So the name of this, and let's say we want 2 different variations of text messages. Let's make it a little bit more complex. So we're going to call this property 1. This one is going to be text number 1. So this one is like the purpose, the property, the information. Call this property and submit 1 when the customer requests a VSL to be sent to them. We don't want that to be required, but we want to actually add another property. It's going to be text number 2. And we're going to make this pretty much the same right there. But the difference is, instead of a VSL, requests company testimonials. So one of these is going to be sending the VSL to the actual customer. The other one is going to be for testimonials. So we got to change this 1 to 2, for example. We're actually going to hit save. So the tool name, let's call this send text message. The purpose of this tool is to text the customer either the VSL or the company testimonials. So let's create. There we go. So we actually want to add more information into here, right? So for example, when the customer wants the VSL, submit the property below. We're just going to copy this. There we go. Just so it has a full description of what to submit. When the customer wants only, let's put only, right? Only the VSL. And now let's actually use this format so we can do the same thing once only the testimonials. Submit the property below, right? And instead of number 1, we want to submit number 2. And then let's see, copy that. And then we want one more variation. So right now they have the option for both. Once both the testimonials and the VSL, submit the properties, make this plural, below. So we want this one. Copy that. Paste. Same thing for here. Just like that. And we're just going to turn this async on because we don't want to wait. We want essentially the system to just send it through without actually waiting. So cool. Now we got to make sure to save this. Hit the save button a couple times. Make sure everything works properly. Cool. And now we want to use an assistant, and let's actually test this out and send the functions through. So let's say, for example, I am going to use this information, and let's actually duplicate it and simplify it. So we got this one, video and testimonials test, right? So for functions, we don't want any of the other functions because right now we're just sending the text message. So save that real quick. Now if we go down, delete the appointment details because we don't need an appointment. Delete that. And we're going to delete most of this section too. So in this one, let's open this up. We're going to do number 3. This one is going to be VSL or both. So now we got to prompt this. Ask the user if they want the VSL or both sent to them via text message. When you get an answer, then submit the send SMS tool with the correct properties based on their response. For anything else, ask the user if you can help them out with anything else today. So let's give this a test actually, because what we need to do is submit this through. So send text message. I gotta reword this real quick. So send text message tool. There we go. Cool, so let's give this one a test. Make sure the prompting works, and we gotta send the call tool through. Yeah, so I was curious on what you guys do.
I'm Emily. We help companies improve their efficiencies using AI solutions. Do you currently use AI in your business?
Yeah, I do.
Great. Would you like me to send you our VSL testimonials or both via text message?
Could you send me both of them, please?
I've sent both the VSL and...
Awesome. So it looks like they actually went through. So let's check the tool call list 1 and 2. Text number 1 and number 2. So now this is what we do. We want a router. So flow control, router. Let's throw that in here. And we want to throw 2 output options. So 1 is going to be 1. And this is what we're going to do. Functions. If 1 exists, then we want to do if 2 exists. Right here. Function, arguments, 2. Exists. 2. So what we're going to do here, HTTP, make a request. We want to actually send this into high level. So let's say VSL/test. So that's what this folder is for, VSLs and testimonials. So create workflow, start from scratch. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a webhook. Copy that. And we're actually going to paste this into the URL part. So paste, post it. We don't need any headers, but what we do need is what to send. We want to put VSL in this one. Let's just call this VSL actually. And then we also need to send number, so the phone number of the customer. And we want to submit it through. So right there's the number. Now we can hit OK. There we go. Then we can just duplicate this. Delete. There we go. And this one, instead of it being the VSL, it's going to be test. Test is testimonials. Just doing test for short. So, for example, we're gonna run this module only. Put that through. And now that that went through, fetch sample requests. Here's the sample that went through. Add field. We're gonna put this as number. Phone. And then let's use the property from below. Query number. Then we can do an if else. If inbound webhook query test is test, then we want to duplicate this VSL. So what we're also going to want to do, so now that we have the testimonials in there, we also want to map in the VSL one. So the way to map in the VSL one is we're going to go to here, run, put this one through, check, opt that in. So now we have VSL in this one. So one of these is testimonials, and the other we want to create VSL is VSL. So save that. Now we want to do SMS. So this one will be, hey, here is the link.com. Then you can do the exact same thing for the other one, and you can separate them out. So these are separate texts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a task on high level using Vapi and Vapi's tools. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out, create a new make scenario. We're going to actually copy the address to clipboard, go into here, and paste that into here on a brand new tool. So now I have that saved. I'm going to hit next. We're going to do the property, and we're going to do it task description. So what this could be is the description of the customer service task that the user needs done. We're going to hit next. So create task tool. The purpose of this tool is to create a task for the team to complete. We're going to create that. Now, once it loads in, it'll be a new task right here. So give that one moment. Then once it loads in, we also need to add in the properties for it. Instead of actually adding the property, what we can do is we can make it required. So tool description, require that, and then save. So assistance, now we go into this one. We're going to add it into the functions. So if I X that out, create task, and now we're going to publish that. And the next thing we need to do is right here. So instead of the last one that we created, this one is going to be ask the user what task they need and wait for a sentence or two response. When the customer provides a response as to what they need, then submit the create task tool. So just like that. And we're going to go into functions, make sure the function is added. It looks like it is. Everything is published, everything is saved. Now we actually need to go into here and make sure that this property maps correctly. So the way to map it correctly, we're going to hit run once. Then what we're going to do is we're going to actually call it. So now I got my phone. Let's call this.
Hey, how can I help you?
Yeah, I was looking to create a task.
Great. What task do you need help with?
You know, I had an issue with my billing, and I wanted to call about that.
Oh, I see. Let me help you with that. Could you please provide me with more details about the billing issue you're experiencing?
Yeah, I was looking to change the card that I have on file.
One moment.
And just like that, a new task was created, so we can see the messages. So let's check this message that we got. We should have a short description of what I just mentioned. Customer wants to change the card on file for billing. Simple. So now we're going to send this actually to high level. So on high level, it's actually really simple. So right here, we're going to want to do inbound webhook. So copy this. So we got to do a new one. Let's see, make a basic auth request. Perfect. Choose a key, make it a post, add parameters. So we want the description in here. So now we just paste that in there. So task description. And then we also, of course, want to submit number. So we go to customer number, just like that. Now run once. And then what we need to submit is this one. So we just map in some random letters and numbers so it sends through. Go into here, fetch sample. We got a sample. Save trigger. Create contact. Select field. I'm going to choose phone. And this is going to be customer number. Just like that. Then we want to actually create a task. So task. Description. Task description. New request. Assign to. Let's say we want to assign it to this person. And then say we want a short-term due date. So our team is on it ASAP. Let's do 1 day. And just like that, we automatically create a new task. Simple. Now another action that you're likely going to want to use is sending a contract to a customer completely automatically. So the way this works is we're going to create a new tool. So we're going to go into this new tool button and we'll open up a brand new tool. We're going to send this info to make.com, right? So let's say we create a new scenario, very simple. And same thing, custom webhook, add, let's say send contract / invoice. We'll show you how to do both. So copy address to clipboard. We're going to go into here. So paste, save, next. If you want to do multiple contracts, multiple invoices, you have a bunch of different variation. You just add contract 1, contract 2, contract 3, add the description for all of them, and kind of if-else statement all around. So send contract. The purpose of this tool is to send the user a contract via text message. We're going to create this. So now we have a tool created. We're going to turn that async on. So now save it real quick. Now we're actually going to go into this bot. Instead of the create a task, we want to send a contract, publish. So now that that's published, we're going to go into the model. We're going to change this. So ask the user if they want the contract sent over to them via text message. If they do, then call the send contract tool and proceed to the next step. Just like that. So now what that's going to do, send it right through. But we also want to map this directly through. So run once, and I'm going to call this bot real quick.
Hey, how can I help you?
I was looking to see if you can send me that contract.
The contract has been sent over to you via text message. Can I help you out?
There we go. Now we can make sure that this actually sent through. So the name of the function, send contract. So now we want HTTP. Make a basic auth request. Just like this. So let's see. Create a workflow. Start from scratch. And then we want to map the fields into. So inbound webhook. Just like that. Turn this to a post. And we need the query. So we need value is going to be customer number. Number. Now we need to run this module. There we go. Amazing. Add field, phone, and then inbound webhook query number. Let's save this. Now we save that. So this one's called send contract. So now we also need to make the contract real quick. So if we go into payments on this account, we want to go to templates. So new template. There we go. So let's just keep it basic. Let's assume that this is a contract. Then we actually want to go back into this workflow. So we're going to call this contract. There we go. Let's find this. Documents and contracts. From user, template, send. Just like that. And that is actually a really simple way to send a contract. So if you have it templatized, you have it ready to go, it's already good to go. Just like that. So after watching that video, you should have a great understanding on how to use tools on Vapi for these 3 different use cases, but also using that information to create your own custom use case depending on the exact scenario. So not even just that, I'm going to show you all of our different blueprints, and we're actually giving all of them away. So every single thing that we've ever built out, we're giving away to people. So we have multiple Go High Level snapshots, multiple Vapi blueprints, multiple Vapi web snippets that are complete templatized. We're giving away an AI auto rebill system for Stripe usage billing. We're doing make automations, where you have all of our different make automations that we've ever built out. We're giving away Vapi prompting. We're giving away some SMS copywriting skills that we've actually used in our exact copy for certain scenarios like reactivation campaigns to get high conversion rates, and our knowledge-based templates. So if you want any of this, I'm going to put the link in the description. Join in and you get all of it included.